All right, today, my friends, I am showing you exactly how we make homemade bone broth. First, you save the bones from the meat you eat. This is a combination of chicken and a wild turkey. Now, it's helpful when you're doing big batches to have 2 crock pots. And the key thing is you want to demineralize by using apple cider vinegar. Then you fill the crock pots up with water. I really do enjoy having a spigot that allows me to take that hose and put it all the way over the edge instead of having to hold it underneath the sink, because that's a pain in the butt. And as you get everything, you do want to have the bones filled over the water. So you want the water to fill over all the way to the top. And I like to put it on medium, right? So we have an old school, and I know about a day later, we take it out and we're testing the bones to see if I can, what I call, finger smash them. So I'm using tongs because the water is hot. I'm testing the one. The horizontal one cooks differently than the vertical crock pot. And I'll add more water because the whole point is to get broth out of this. And snapping it, still can't snap it yet. And not much water evaporation out of that, so no worries. Now the thinner pieces are you going to be able to finger smash, and for sure it's hot. Another day later, all right, so this is 2 days in the making, and I can see that, yes, those ones are starting to finger smash just fine. The second one, I'm taking out the big pieces, and they are still hot. And they are still very, very brittle. So that one's going to need another day. While we're at it, I'm going to prepare the bags for when the broth is ready. Those bones are finger smashed. And look, here we are. Everything's ready. I take the bones, I finger smash them to make sure every bit is available to put. And this is in a Vitamix. So I put the bones in there, I add some broth, and then I take some out because I don't want to overload it. And I place it on the Vitamix. I ramp it up. And once I get the ramp up to high, then I turn it on the high setting. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be listening for are any sounds, because any of the wild game was wild harvested, which means it wasn't at a slaughterhouse, my friends. There might be a little bit of ammunition in there. So we're doing the next round, and clean as we go, ramping it up, ramping it up, ramping it up. And in 3, 2, 1, we flip it on high, turning it down, and we do have it in a sifter. And then we got the next round. Take it out of the crock pot, put it in here. Again, always finger smashing as we go. Now, other people might do this differently. This is just how we started doing it. And you can take the bones out and just do with the gravy and the leftover meaty bits. It will be as delicious. But because a lot of this we are giving as a supplement to our puppy, we like to put it all in there. Again, we're sifting it, always making sure. I don't know if you saw the video before where I got a hole blasted out of one of my Vitamixes. You'll see, well, I don't want to be a spoiler alert, but I'm going to show you there are some prizes, what we find in here. So we're letting that mix. I'm getting the filter out, taking the Vitamix, pouring the contents, and now I'm fingering the sediment. Oh, look what we found. This is exactly how the blowout in the Vitamix containers happen. It's from a shotgun shell, because that was a bird. So those were pheasant. Some of those were pheasant bones. So there's the pellet. And yeah, you're going to hear a little ping when you hear it go through. And again, we're being mindful. Put it back on the blender. Ramp it up if I'm hearing any particular sound. And in 3, 2, 1, we're ready to go. Pour it out, and now we're ready to bag it. We are still going to sift and filter. because some of this I am going to use for gravy for the humans, right? Not just for pets, but for people. And you can use any kind of screen. You can use a nut milk bag. You can use a colander. And getting it here, apparently I need some assistance. And while it's perfect timing, there is an assistant in the room. Always checking that sediment. You can put that in your gardens. You can still use it. Now I'm going to continue to use the Vitamix container to make for easy pouring. There is no point using a big round bowl to put into a bag. So I love this little green antenna thing my mom-in-law got me. It makes pouring things into the bag nice and easy. One of the things we've learned over time is you don't want to overfill it. You think, oh, fill it to the top. You still need room for it to seal, and we want it to lay flat. So this whole process not only took a couple of days for the bones, but it took about a half hour to get everything sifted and sorted and liquefied in the Vitamix. And we're going to pour it in the bags. And then as we lay them flat on a cooking sheet, we're then going to put them in the freezer because that's a whole lot. That'll go bad fast. We're not going to be making that many soups right now. So follow me to the freezer. Puppy, who's not supposed to be in the kitchen. I see our freezer's full, so rearranging the bags. And there we have it. We got good stuff. And here's the puppy saying hi.